All right. All right, everybody. Let's see. We are ready to go. Edward, just let me know when we have three.
Absolutely, Mr. Alvin. Yes, we are going to go live in Facebook in just a couple of seconds.
All right, just give me the signal. We have 4 participants far. We'll just wait them out. 5. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. Thanks for popping in. All right, we're live. Okay, we have about 4 participants right now, but we'll give it another few seconds, 30 seconds, then we'll roll right into it. All right. Hope everybody's having a great day. Beautiful out there, beautiful here in Ontario, Canada. All right, so I'm gonna start. Should I go ahead, Edward? We're about 5 on here.
Yes, sir. We're live on Facebook right now, and most of our participants will be on Facebook.
Okay, great. All right, everybody. I want to first thank ORGANO and for allowing me to share my message. I'm privileged and honored to be here today. All right, so what I want to do is drop some value for you, give you some value to take away. And today what I want to talk about is the idea of moving away from just making a living to creating a life for yourself, because that's what a lot of people end up doing. So I'll quick bit about me, those who don't know who I am. My name is Alvin Brown. I am a manual osteopath here in Canada. I'm also a wellness entrepreneur, and I own a clinic. I'm the CEO and founder of the Center for Healing and Peak Performance. What we do is we help our clients to do 3 things. We help them to optimize their health, work and play at peak performance levels, and pursue what brings them most joy in life, because that's a healthy balance. They're going to elevate that mind, body, and soul. That's always been my vision. How do we elevate above the noise? And today there's a lot of noise out there. So that's what we do. I'm also an author. I wrote a book, Journey to Personal Greatness, Mind, Body, and Soul, a blueprint for life balance and self-mastery. So you can see the theme. I've always been interested in how do we master ourselves? How do we master our lives? And that's been my passion. I'm also a father of 4, been in my relationship for high school sweetheart, a father of 4. So what I want to talk about today is this idea again of how do we, instead of going for making a living, how do we create the life that you want? And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the 90s, early 90s, when I was trying to figure out what am I going to do with my life after leaving. In the 80s, I left high school. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So I milled around. I did so many odd jobs here and there. And, you know, I didn't have that direction. I was what Zig Ziglar called the wandering generality, not a meaningful specific. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I had no real guidance. I'm a youngest of 5, single mother. She was busy working. My mom worked a lot. So, you know, I didn't have that guidance. So I wandered around generality. But I got, you know, picked up odd jobs. Didn't know I didn't want to do those jobs throughout my life. I just knew something in me knew I was meant for doing something more. But without guidance, without around how far I could go. So after figuring out what I wanted to do, I got into personal training, massage therapy, and so on. I started my business. I started going at my business. In 1995, I began in the wellness area, fitness wellness. Well, 4 years into it, I started to realize that I'm working for pay, work for pay. There's only so many hours in a day, and there's only so far you can raise your price. And it's still, no matter what you raise your price, it still leads to working per hour. And so in the 2000, this was internet time, in 1999, 2000, I had an epiphany. I needed to do something different. I needed to find a way to build. I read a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Some of you may know the book. If you don't know it, get in your library. 2 books changed my life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Rich Kiyosaki. It changed my life. It changed where I looked at things because I was happy with the money I was getting. I was grateful for it. But that book shifted my mindset and realized that I was one car accident away, one injury away from being in the poorhouse, basically. 2 months off my work, that's it. I wouldn't make it. So I started to really put some thought into what can I do different? How can I do it different? How can I build passive income? And that was a whole new concept for me, this passive income, that my house wasn't my wealth, and so on and so on, and was working. So I went on a tear. I went on learning everything. I learned about stock market back then. You know, the internet, as I said, was a big thing. I invented something, you know, because that would leverage if I invented it, but I actually didn't I got prototype, couldn't afford to get it out there. Courses into the internet back then, the pay-per-click. You put a website up and you put the ads up and people pay-per-click. I was looking at every different way. Real estate, I was looking over at real estate. So I was looking at so many different things. And then I ended up getting to a network marketing company at that time. So I was milling along. I was going along, doing my thing, changing my focus, doing my thing. But, you know, the thing with Organo and the thing with different network marketing is the buy-in is it's such a low level that you can't believe it could be this easy. So of course I had to make it complicated. I went out in 2007 and I got a business. I went out and became a true entrepreneur. I got a business, got my loan, 6-figure build out cost to build out this building, and, you know, all the partnerships and all the things that go with the adventures of being an entrepreneur. And I ended up, you know, went through all partnerships issues, so many different things to go with it. And meanwhile, my other network marketing business was going along. It was doing well. But again, it's way too easy. This is too easy. It's got to be a little harder than this. So I made it harder. I dove into my business. I tried to expand. I had visions of opening up 5 locations. I was going big. I was going to open up 5 locations, 1 in Vancouver, 1 here in Toronto, Hong Kong. I had these visions that I'm going to do all these things because, you know, I had this motivation. I could do it. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's what, 13 years later, it's 2020 now. That's 2007. I'll tell you, COVID really revealed to me how vulnerable I really was, because I took my eye off the prize and I started to really dive into the business. That I opened up a 2nd location in Toronto. I had to close it because I just couldn't find the people, couldn't find the marketing. I mean, there's a lot of money that goes into starting up, build out. Let's talk about build out costs. Build out cost, that's a lost investment. You're never going to get the paint off the walls. You're never going to get the drywall. That's a lost cause. So, and here's the thing about us human beings. When you ask anybody, and yourself even, think about it. When you thought about, when I get out of school, when you ask somebody, when I get out of school, what do I want to do? Well, here's the thing that most people want to do. If I could just get a good job and pay my bills, I'll be happy. That's the common phrase. I've asked 23-year-olds who are just entering the workforce. I've asked 18-year-olds. I've asked older people, what is it that you wanted to do when you got out? Well, even if I could get that job and pay my bills. And that's what people end up doing. They get the job, they pay their bills. No matter how much they got raises, they'd raise their expenses to meet, so they continue to live out that get a job, start to run. That's where, after a couple of years ago, approached me. It was too easy. I think the costs we pay to get these network marketing vehicles are so low that we can't imagine that this is a business. It's got to be harder than this. So that's when I bumped into, again, thanks to Delina, fire, yay, Delina. I met Delina. Delina introduced me to Organo. Organo, it's simple, almost too simple. It's mushrooms. I've been researching mushrooms and looking at the value of mushrooms and the function. And of course, Dr. Bob Rakowski's there. And I bought my franchise. So now I'm a franchise owner of Organo. And Organo is a great way to deliver mushrooms in different vehicles so the power of mushrooms can help antimicrobial. It's anti-inflammatory. There's so many things it's great at as I'm doing the research. It's unbelievable, actually, how many things. So, but the problem is it might be way too simple. It's way too simple to buy. Even the top gold pack is, remember, I paid 6 figures to own my anchor that I have. And again, COVID has really given me some time to think. I've had 3.5 months to think about, wow, if I would have just paid attention and brought in another stream of income such as this, where if something happens, having some insurance at the end of the day. So Organo. Organo is a great product and a way for you to start to design the life, because the problem is when you're on that treadmill making the living, years can go by. You can see it where you end up waking up. People wake up out of their funk, out of a sleep, and say, where am I? What happened to years? My body doesn't look like it wants to look. My marriage, my relationships may be in trouble. COVID has shown us that now I'm like, a lot of people wait till their kids leave for university and then things start to happen. So, but we lose connection. We lose focus on what matters most because we are on that treadmill paying our bills. So in order for you to do this goal, to achieve this goal of move away from making a living to designing a life that you need some time to do that. You need some room, some space to do that. And I find network marketing, as I said, anybody wants to doubt me, please go start the business and I'll see you in 10 years or so, maybe 5 to 10 years, and we can talk again, that it's a great model to, network marketing is a great model to passive leverage your time. Just ask Diane Solano, leverage the time that she's done this path that I've done. Mostly Dr. Bob Rakowski's done what I've done. And he's here now and telling us this is the route to go. There's nothing, I'm still very passionate about helping people. That's not a thing. I'm not saying I want to move away from that. What I'm saying is what I want to move away from is having to work into continuing the passion of wanting to work. And that's what the beauty of Organo is. And that's, or any other great network marketing vehicle. But I find with Organo, again, delivering the good stuff in a vehicle that people do every day. That's what it makes sense. I got into marketing, network marketing companies that made sense to me. They have to make sense to me. I'm a very logical person. And also on top of that, people trust me. People trust me to give them, not to sell them lotions. I'm not Shoppers Drug Mart at the end of the day. And so I wanted to focus on things that the people are interested in getting. And if the mushroom provides that vehicle to get it into them, and if they don't want to take pills every day, which is not a normal human thing to just automatically do, but drinking coffee seems to be, or drinking beverages of any kind, shakes. And that seems, and then Organo now is expanding into other areas, which is exciting. And it's a great model. And today, as we see, this Zoom as it's created a whole new level of reaching people. So it's another opportunity. What looks like a setback is really a setup for something better. And so I can't express enough about how this vehicle can be a great way to get off the treadmill, buy yourself some room so you can wake up out of the funk before you hit that retirement and realize that you missed a whole bunch. It's a great way to buy the room that you need to get that extra, whatever you aim for, the extra $500, the extra $50,000, whatever it is, any little bit. If you can just make a little bit to take the car payments away every month, and you don't have to work that much. So every little bit you earn, you back off an hour that you have to work. And that's the plan. So I hope that helps everybody to really shift your focus, because trust me, I'm hard to shift and I'm hard-headed, and I went at it driving hard 13 years later, and I'm telling you again, I'm going back to where I started again, to the network marketing. So hope that helps. Anybody have any questions, let me know. I want to remind everybody, we're at that mark now at 11:15, 8:15, wherever you are. I want to remind everybody about the series, and there is tomorrow is Tasty Tuesday, going over recipes with Flor Puerta tomorrow. And so these information sessions are provided to help you, to give you the resources you need to help push you through. And that's the beauty of this time that's happening now. Introduce everybody got pushed to being online. So it's really opened up the market. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time. And if you need any questions, if you have any questions, just let me know. And I'll be seeing you around Organo.